Wait, what was it? What was it, Grant?
I'm too happy right now. This is everything I wanted out of life. And we're just doing it.
It's just so nice. I feel like every single time we hang out, all we're doing is just eating food, drinking, living our best life.
Eating, drinking, fucking enjoying myself. Who let me have fun, huh?
Life is so difficult, guys. Done.
I used to always say that as a joke. I used to say, my life is so hard as a joke. Because, like, it's not, right? And I realize and I accept I have a very easy life and I get that. And I'm blessed for it. And I love it. But I always used to say, oh, my life is so hard as a joke. And then I realized I should stop saying that because that's making my life hard. Like, putting that into my existence. So, my life is so hard. Even sarcastically, doesn't do you any good. And it was making my life harder. Because then fucked up little things come up and it's like, oh no, this bullshit and that bullshit. My life is great. And I love it.
I'm gay.
I love life, I love the sun, I love God, I love my boys, I love myself, I love everybody else.
If there are 3 things to love, what do you think we should love? I'm curious. Like 3 things to love. 1,
God, the earth, and yourself.
God, the earth, and yourself. Which one comes first?
God.
Why?
Because it's in everything. It's in you, it's in me, it's in the earth, it's in everything that ever is God. And it's in everything. And so it's in yourself. So if you love that, you're loving yourself and you're loving everyone else. That's why you need to love God first. Second comes yourself. Because exactly what I just said, but inverted, the same way you are yourself and God is in you, that means you are a part of everything else. You know?
So you have God,
love
the
God,
earth.
Love yourself. Maybe even flip those. Those are tied for first. And then I want to put earth third because where else would you be? You know, where else would you want to be? This is the most beautiful fucking paradise planet you're on. We have sunshine and trees and crystal clear water and everything we need to survive without any questions or asks or needs. Like,
what if this is Mars though? Is it just Earth or just be like the fact that we're here?
You can't breathe on Mars. You'd freeze instantly to death. You'd be so fucked on Mars, bro. It's not pretty. Like, you have red dunes everywhere. You don't have different biomes. No, it's all red, frigid, cold desert. Here, you can go to the jungle, you can go to the lake, you can go to the glaciers, you can go wherever you want. There's different things. There's life. There's wildlife. There's me. There's different races. There's different animals. There's different cultures. Like, just the shit. Because we've been here forever. Like, the shit on Earth. Like, how can you not love that? I don't know what to put above Earth besides God and yourself.
Why do you think it's important?
Maybe
to love
others.
Yourself, well, others.
But I want to say that's included with loving God and yourself, because by doing that you are loving others. Well, as long as you realize and know that you and others are the same. I am you, you are me.
Yeah.
God is God, and God is in me, God is in you. Just as in I am in God and God is in me. You know, like it's by loving both of those, you're acknowledging the fact that we're all connected, and by loving both of those, you are loving everybody.
I feel like, yeah, when you say like love God, love yourself, those are the same.
Exactly.
And it's like that's a
everybody else is in between those two. You know. And then so what else is there left to love? The earth, what made us, how we're here, how we're able to survive and enjoy ourselves.
Like the eternal consciousness. But even then, it's just a different level of consciousness, or what was it, like a different level of, what is it called when you clump things together? It's like condensate.
Compartmentalizing?
No, like let's say like I took a substance and I made that exact substance very, very dense.
Yeah.
It's okay. More like more or less
compacting.
Dense, whatever it is. But it's just, God is everything, all of it. Yourself is a part of God. God created you in the mind of God. And then others are that exact same thing. So it's loving that is loving God also. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, so maybe it's more like the in-between the two. So I feel like it's inclusive. So maybe I'd put Earth 4, but I still want to say it's in between the two. Because God isn't, like you, I'm not God. God is God, but God is also in all of us. And it's in me. So if I just love myself and I didn't love God, I wouldn't be loving God, right? Because I'm not God. But if I love God, I would be loving myself and I'd be loving everybody. If you're really loving God.
I see.
Because he's in all of us. And that what makes us all the same. We are all the same.
It's a very interesting thing to like see God as all of it.
It's everything. It's that brick.
Everything.
It's that leaf. It's her. It's you. It's me. It's literally every particle between the atoms is God is there.
Where did you get that idea?
I feel like just from mainly the reason I believe it and feel it is from experience and life and like seeing it in the real world. Also, all the religions I've studied say the same thing of we're all part of one and the higher power. But then also, like, I have to shout out Conversations with God. Like, that is such an amazing book, and that it just throws it in your face so simply of God literally telling you, like, yeah, I am all that is, and in every one of you. Like, it's such a silly notion to think that it's not, really. I don't know, like, can't you see it? Like, if you're in, say, I forgot whose story it was, but I think they were riding through a train. It was like bog marshes, like this deep, disgusting biome or habitat, like going through this gross place, right?
Yeah.
But you still see these reeds growing up out of the marsh with leaves and their flowers, and like still life is prevailing, and like you can see God in that. You can realize God is everywhere. It's not just the light, it's everything in between.
I think that's where I felt the most alone, was when I actually realized God was everything, but I was still focused on the one human life that I was currently in.
You gotta go so far beyond it.
That's a scary thing.
It's terrifying, and I don't think a lot of people realize, like, your life isn't just, you are not just your life you're living. Right? You're not your body. We know that, right? If you had your leg cut off, I could put it on, you'd still be you. I could put it on an amputee or whatever. You're not your thoughts, because your thoughts are always constantly moving, right? Flow of water. You aren't attached to your thoughts. The intrusive thoughts that tell you to swerve the wheel, that's not you, right? You're not your body. You're not your thoughts. You're something a little bit behind it. And even then, I might argue that's not you. Because I think that is a part of you you've put into your body to experience this. Right? You're something more, but you've chose to experience this. I want to say to learn something through it, but not even then. Like, is there anything to learn? Isn't it just to be? Right? There's no goal of, I need to learn this. It's to experience and learn this, and like the amount of energy we're able to manipulate as a human, like the amount of power we have, like to go and experience it makes sense as, imagine yourself as a higher being, as a God, if you want to say, not the God that is all, but like a higher being of a God. Wouldn't it make sense that you would want to learn through putting yourself by putting yourself into a body that forgot all of it to experience the universe, which is. And then that goes on to the higher God of, isn't that really the only option of the God that is everything? Maybe before he's everything and he's only God. What are you gonna do except for you want to experience yourself? So you divvy yourself up into a bunch of pieces to go experience yourself by not knowing you are God, so that you can come to the realization of God and know yourself. I think that's what it's all about. It's about God is trying to know itself, him, herself. Let's put it that way. I think that's a good way to put it. God is trying to know herself through you.
Yeah.
I don't know. And that's why I was saying earlier, of like, I think I'm a lot more religious than I thought I was.
No,
Because
lately,
people don't really think about that or like that at all. I realize, talking to people. The second, like you said, the second you mention God, people flip and they turn away and they get scared. And they're like, oh, no. But like, it's not, I'm not saying that the Christian God or the Muslim God or the Hindu God, the all-encompassing power energy of the universe that is everything that is God.
and that's hard to understand. Like when you say like, oh, what is God? All that is. There's no deeper than that. It's like that's.
I mean, it's so right, but like, does it make sense? If you don't know, like, no. But I mean, it even says in the Bible, like Moses walks up to the burning bush, and he asks God, "What is your name?" And he says, "I am that I am."
That shit don't make any sense, right?
But
It's like,
doesn't it
but
kind
does
of?
it make
I am
sense?
that.
I am.
I am everything. I am not every. I'm inside of everything. Everything is not me, but I am inside of everything.
Because I think in colloquial language it just doesn't make sense. I am that I am. No, but like if you say like all that is,
that's as far as our language will extend to explain it. Like our words don't describe it better than that. I am that I am, I think, might be a little outdated now, but I think I am all that is. I am in all that is.
I am in all that is.
The I am is so powerful. Because it applies to you and me and everyone else too. Because you, the part of God that is in you is the same, like, I am, the perception of self. The creation of consciousness of reality. I am. That is the God word, the syllable, the sacred syllable of Om. It's creation and self-manifestation. That directly tunes in with God. The link to God is having. That's why a lot of religions I don't fuck with. Is when it gets organized, it gets weird because they make you think you have to go outside of yourself for it. You have to go to the priest for your answers, or you have to ask someone else, or like you're not worthy of having the answers, so go find it from someone else. No, it's inside of you. All you have to do is listen.
You said you had something inside of you. What does that listening thing to me? Because, dude, I've heard you say it, but like,
you have to tune in and you have to hear. I feel like,
what are you talking about?
At least for me, it's like almost any time I have a question about anything, I can, if I actually think about it and my mind is clear, not full of worrying or doubt or stress of something else, or thinking about what someone else said, of like, my mind's not focused on those. It's a scale too of listening to it, but you can hear. It's all within yourself, and you have to turn inward because the answers are inside of you.
Is it like a word?
I
is it
wish
like
I
a
could
saying? Is it a
define
sentence? Is it like
no? It's not a word,
voice?
or it's a saying. It's not a specific voice, but it's an answer. It's a, maybe you could say it's a voice inside of your head telling you the right answer. You ever think about something and it's like you hear like, oh, that's the right answer, or like it's about like you know when you listen to your gut. You know, people talk about listening to your gut all the time. It's like, oh, I felt that was the right answer. I should have done that from the beginning. Like I knew that was the right answer. Duh, I shouldn't have done that, or whatever. Right? Your gut feeling about something.
Yeah, I've done that.
That's the tip of the iceberg. And the more you listen to that, the more you hear your sixth sense, the calling of this is the voice of the God, the higher power. Maybe it's even your higher power. I'm not saying I'm talking to God in my head, but I feel like I can get an intuition of this is the right way. And I know that I don't need to go to somewhere else or someone else for my spiritual answers or my spiritual questions. I can always turn inside because it's really inside of you. I wish I could explain it better. I would like to think about that more.